There are lots of talented photographers out there on YouTube. Here's my top 5 that I recommend you tune into in 2025. Welcome back to the channel. It's that time of year again where I do my top 5 landscape photographers for you to tune into in the following year. Now, I've been doing this since 2019 and I really enjoy the fact that I can introduce other talented people to my audience, i.e. you. And I hope that you enjoy this year's picks. Let's go. To start us off on this list is a photographer from the UK, but who loves Ireland. And if you've been following my channel and journey, you'll already know just how stunning Ireland is for landscape photography. Louise is a landscape photographer who brings on many adventures, and her energy and enthusiasm matches perfectly her style of photos. Louise visited Ireland and covered some ground while she was here in search of the unique Irish light. But it was great to see her use my guides to ensure she had the best chances while here. If you want to tag along on her adventures, then hit that subscribe button on Louise's channel. Buckle up because you're in for some great adventures, photos and experiences to wherever Louise and her camper van takes you.
Good morning and welcome to the Dingle Peninsula, more specifically Inch Strand, which is on the southeast corner of it. Now, I am predominantly here to photograph seascapes, except I have a muse I'm going to introduce you to a little bit later on because I'm somewhat obsessed with it. Them. You'll see. Now, we have travelled nearly 750 kilometres to get here, plus a 4-hour ferry overnight at 1:30 a.m. Who does that to anybody? But we're here now, and I must confess, I'm knackered, but excited.
The next person on my list is a fellow writer with f-stoppers and a landscape photographer who hails from the USA. He shoots Nikon, but don't hold that against him. His mix of content will help you improve your skills and results, not just in taking an image, but also how you process them, plus how you get on location comfortably with all the right gear. Jeffry's channel will open your eyes to just how immersive landscape photography can be. His reviews of gear are a no-nonsense approach. Plus, you will get to see some great tricks to improve your editing and enjoyment of your craft. So head over to Jeffry's channel and smash that subscribe button.
There is a massive amount of information out there these days. It truly is the information age on getting started with photography and even landscape photography in general. There's books, there's magazines, there's online communities, there's online articles, there's YouTube videos. It can really start to get overwhelming if you're new to the hobby and trying to figure out where to go. What should you learn? What should you start with? And how should you do it? So as I thought about this information overload, I thought back through my own landscape photography journey and thought about what worked well for me, what didn't work well for me, and could I come up with a summary of what approach would help you be successful with your landscape photography. Now, I sort of geared this video towards people starting in landscape photography, but as I worked through this list and sort of came out at the end, I think it applies to people that are well established in landscape photography. We're all learning, we're all improving our craft, and we've all got to sort of go through this information. While one person may be learning the exposure triangle and another is learning a more advanced concept, either a technical concept or more advanced compositions, there's still a lot of information to process and then to implement. So I think at the end of the day, even though this is, like, again, directed towards people starting landscape photography, I think there's a lot of relevance to people that have been doing it for a while as well.
This time last year, Anthony said to me that he was thinking about getting an Osmo Pocket 3 and also thinking about making some vlogs. My immediate reaction was to go for it, as I found the experience fantastic myself. And I love to see more people diving into the YouTube world. Anthony is a phenomenal photographer who has the added bonus of being a fellow Irish man. His knowledge of the night sky is unmatched, and when it comes to helping others to get the most out of the night sky observation and photography is where Anthony excels. Less than a year in, and already Anthony is finding his style, and I'm excited to see where his journey takes him next. He's just starting out, so please head over to his channel and subscribe. I promise you will also enjoy the next adventures he takes us on.
As always, I'm the last man standing. Milo's just left me, and the other two lads that we met here, they went a while ago, so I'm on my own. It's 5 to 4 in the morning. But if I go home, like, I'll only get an hour's sleep before I have to go to work, and I'll be more tired. So I'm just going to hang on for the extra hour. I'm going to wait till 5, and then I should be home by 6, so I can just get ready and go to work. Going to be a long day, of course, but I'm still shooting away here with the 2 cameras. There's a lot of reds kind of over to me right. It's just there's no composition there, some trees on the hill, and I don't want to turn now because it's a nice composition. There's a lovely spike just coming up over the church. I was saying as soon as all the lads leave that I'll end up getting... I'm sorry, my light went off there. That I'll end up getting great aurora as soon as the lads leave, because that seems to be what happened up in Bective, and it's usually what happens. My light just keeps going off there. Strange. Maybe the battery's gone. Yeah, it's gone off again. So the battery just went in my Canon 6D, and like I've been shooting the same battery all night, and the other DR6 is still shooting away up there as well. So I'm happy enough with that, and I think I have some great shots from tonight. To be honest, there was times where I didn't know where to point the camera. Let me put the big light on for a minute. I didn't know where to point the camera. I tried pointing it overhead for the corona, but it wasn't moving fast enough, so I gave up on that, and then I switched back over to north, but then south was looking better, so I switched back to there. So I ended up just setting up one camera looking either way and doing a load of time lapses. So even though both cameras are kind of facing at the church here, one's looking a bit that way and one's looking a bit the other way, so they should be slightly different. And a meteor went over. I didn't see it, but I heard the lad shouting, but they said it went over the church, so I just had a look, and I think I have it in my shot. I didn't want to stop the time lapse, I just had a quick look and started it again, but I think I have it going through the shot. If I have, sure, I'll show you, sir. Anyway, I've another hour to go. Whether it kicks off or not, I don't know, but it's currently 1 degree. I am bloody freezing. I'd love a cup of tea. I haven't had it all night, but so look, this is what we do for the hobby, and I love it. What a night. I'm so cold. It's 0 degrees now. My cameras and my bag were freezing over. I've just gotten back into the car and put the heating on for a bit. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. The battery died on my head torch. I had to use my phone to find my way back to my car. It's a tiny little road there. I'm going to have to do about a 20-point turn to turn around here. But you look, going to get done, get home, get a nice hot cup of tea, and head off to work, unfortunately. But I think I got some brilliant shots tonight. Like, the aurora was so good. I can't wait to show you all. So here's some here. Until next time.
My next person is not exactly a photographer, but he has more than likely used and abused more camera gear than most of us watching. Vic is a professional creative director by day, but at night is where his passion shines through, and in particular when it comes to cameras and all the accessories you didn't even know you needed. Vic has been offering viewers incredible insights and tips about creating videos, how to use gear and accessories for a long time now, and his channel is quite advanced in its growth. However, I'd love to see him hit that 50,000 subscribers. It's a goal he has set, and one that he totally deserves to hit. So if anyone watching this video has even the slightest interest in cameras, then Vic has content for you. And the best part, he's Irish, and even better, he's from Cork, like.
Even just slightly changing the position of the camera here, and I've got the light at a 45 degrees up fairly high, so there's a lot of the hat shadow, which is not good. So you can always just tip your hat. By the way, I don't wear glasses, but if you do, you get the light reflected in. Tip your glasses down slightly for any light reflections. That should help a ton. Now, besides that, I've got it up there, and I'm just going to keep it there because there's a whole ton of effects as well that come with this Sue-Ray light. Now, I gotta be honest, these are gimmicky for a talking head scenario in my book. However, and by the way, there will be some flashing lights here, so if you are sensitive to that, just a heads up, you have a broken bulb. So you get different effects. Now, if you're shooting a short movie or a film or whatever, these are all super useful. And look, okay, I gotta say, it works super well. That's the broken bulb. Now, as an example here, I can go back and let me just make this whole thing a little bit cooler. And if we make our white balance a little bit cooler, like incandescent, and once this goes off, okay, this is a bit extreme, but you'll get the point. You can see how the color changes the mood hugely. All right, let me bring back my white balance here. My Sony's EVE1. Let's just go back to auto white balance and keep an eye out for any kind of weird shifts, which auto white balance can do sometimes. So you have all of these different effects. You've seen the broken bulb. Here's one. It's a fire. It's not that convincing as a fire. There's a candle. But again, here's a TV. So this is simulating watching a broken TV, obviously. There we go. Doesn't seem to do, well, it's kind of dimming, so it is simulating. You can change the speed of these things as well. So, okay, arguably if you're outside, do you see the way the background is going? That absolutely works as a TV. There's fireworks and all of these kinds of things. And the fireworks speed, it just cycles through different colors. Then there is, what's this one called? It's called pulse, so there's electro welding.
Last, but by no means least, is unusually another Irish photographer. This year to have 3 out of 5 in my picks from Ireland is amazing, and Jimmy is someone who I admire for his approach and also his quality of photos and videos. His YouTube channel will take you on many different types of adventures, and you'll learn many tips and tricks along the way. Jimmy has been recognised by the photography community many times over, and has been awarded a fellowship as a result of his amazing images. Head on over to his channel. I guarantee that you will enjoy it, and hit that subscribe button while you're there.
I'm here with some friends from Greystones Camera Club, and we've made the way up to County Donegal, a wonderful place, no better place for seascape photography in Ireland. Well, this morning for sunrise we ventured to Sheephaven Bay, across a boardwalk, through dunes and onto the most beautiful beach. But the features, the mountains and any foreground what on the beach were absent. So very minimalist image, and we focused on trying to capture the line of the beach and the water as it curved towards the distant horizon. We've come now to the Bad Eddy Wreck, and you'll see it just over my shoulder here now.
So that's it, and I hope you enjoyed my picks for you to tune into next year in 2025. I think there's a good mix of photographers there, and I hope that they'll appeal to a wide audience. If it's your first time on my channel, I'd highly appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, give me a like, give me a comment, and I hope that I'm lucky enough for you to join me on my own adventures in the coming years and months ahead. Thanks everybody, Slán go fóill.